Peace, guys. My name is Kay, and I am a messenger of the universe. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Even if you're new here, this is not the first time that our souls have crossed paths. So let's go ahead and get started with this reading. This one is going to be a general reading for everyone. This one's going to be how you are being protected and a message from those that are protecting you, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I have 3 groups laid out here today for this reading, group 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with group number 1. Peace. So group number 1, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. So how you are being protected. We have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus, and a new start is coming, new moon. Full moon, new moon, okay? So there's definitely some big cycle that you guys are closing out. You guys, this is a cycle that has been going on for a really long time, though. This is like a year-long cycle, or a year or longer, that you guys have been working on something. It's something that you've been putting a lot of practical energy towards. This could be a career, this could be a side hustle, something along those lines. But there's some sort of cycle that's starting to end with this thing that you have going on. And how you are being protected is basically, in order to see the results that you're looking for, it's necessary for you to put in the work, basically. So I feel like for this group, how you're being protected is like you're kind of being forced to put in the practical work that it takes to make your dreams come true. And as a result of all the practical work that you've put in, you're going to start seeing the manifestation of the things that you dreamed of, or the things that you wrote about. This could also be a person for some of y'all. I'm picking up some of y'all could have like trying to manifest a person, a career opportunity, something along the lines of that. And this thing that you've manifested took it's like when it comes to manifestation, there's like the prayer and the writing and the scripting part of it, and then there's like the actually doing the work to align yourself energetically to what you want. Because like if you just manifest and just expect it to just like come out of thin air like that, like that's not exactly how it works. Like there is, that's why I encourage us to co-create, use the word co-creation, because you're not the only one that's putting in the work. You're putting in the work, and then so is the universe or God or whatever you believe is putting in that work to make it come in spiritually, right? So basically, like how you're being protected right now is that you're being aligned to the things that you've been trying to manifest for some time now. And like there's practical steps that you've had to take in order to get there, and that your spirit guides have been urging you to take, but perhaps it took you a while to be able to see this, or it took you a while to be able to know when to start this cycle or when to start this new chapter of your life. But yeah, you're basically being protected from the reality of working on certain goals and working on certain things, basically, and how there is a point in manifestation, I feel like, where you kind of have to be laser focused on the thing that you're manifesting in order to attract it, because it's kind of hard to focus on so many different things when your mind is scattered. It's hard to focus on one thing and manifest one thing when your mind is scattered and your life is scattered, and there's no like intentional thing that you're doing to attract what you want. So basically, you guys, it might not necessarily feel like protection, because it feels like something you're just used to doing. It feels like a routine. It feels like I've always been doing this. It doesn't necessarily feel like protection, but it is a way of the universe protecting you, because you know you are learning about yourself in this whole process. You're learning about how you manifest better and how you manifest not is better. You know, there's different practices, different ways to align yourself energetically to what you want. So you're basically being protected against outside interferences from your manifestations. You're being protected from things that stop you from being able to go after this manifestation and the things that you want in your life. So that's why you have a new start that's coming as a result of all this focus and intentions that you've put in towards what you want. So your song is Remember Me, Leo, Sag, Aries. Will you remember me? Will you remember the way that I was? Will you remember me? So this group, You guys definitely have some sort of ending that's coming into your life. If it hasn't come already, something in your life is ending for good. It's something like a chapter of your life is closing out. You're going to be entering like a new chapter completely. Like this is like a clean slate sort of thing where it's like you move to a new area or you get married, you move in with someone. I don't know. This is like a really big change or ending that's coming for this group. And this is what's being protected for you. This manifestation of yours is being heavily protected. And yeah, it's being protected in different ways, I feel. So what you're being protected from is King of Cups. Why you're being protected, Lovers. So right now you could be protected from a King of Cups energy. This could be a person for some of y'all, but not every single one of y'all. But the King of Cups energy is like protecting the emotional, like protecting your emotional self for some of y'all. I feel like your spirit guides are trying to protect you emotionally right now. Maybe like your emotions can interfere with certain manifestations that you have, or people that can influence your emotions could have distracted you from being able to focus on what you want. So what you're being protected from right now is you're being protected from your own self, basically. Your spirit guides are protecting you from the emotional, it's like you guys aren't being shown the full picture yet because your emotions may interfere with what really needs to get done, basically. I feel like your spirit guides are kind of like putting you in a position where maybe you just have so much going on, you have to distract yourself from your emotions sometimes, or you have to distract yourself from your feelings, because your emotions can kind of get in the way of what you're trying to work on or what you're trying to manifest. So you kind of have to put it on the back burner sometimes, or you just have to kind of you have to like let yourself be aware of your emotions without letting them like consume you, letting them become you, letting your emotional bodies like consume you entirely to the point where you cannot work on anything outside of whatever it is you're emotionally attached to. So a lot of you guys are being protected against like any strong emotional attachments that can distract you from your work or distract you from your manifestation. So like some of y'all, like your love life ain't as poppin', or like your dating life isn't really as poppin' right now because there's other things that the universe, your angels, your guides are trying to get you to focus on in order to manifest the bigger things in your life. And some of y'all, like your love life really isn't that poppin' right now because you have something way better on the horizon that's coming. You have a better relationship, a better decision, or a better opportunity that's coming towards you. So this is what you're being protected from, even though it's not the best to be have to work on these things all the time, and like, you know, being in this routine, it gets exhausting a little bit, but it's going to help you create more discipline for yourself and within your emotions too. You might be developing a lot of emotional strength for yourself during this time because you may not have everyone that's there to take care of you and to be there for you emotionally. So, you know, the King of Cups kind of learns how to be there for himself and how to like take care of his own emotional self, because not everyone's going to be present for him all the time, you know? And then also people tend to come to him for emotional advice and stuff. So it's like he doesn't always have someone to confide in because he's usually the one being confided in. And then we have abundance and celebration. So what your guides that are protecting you want you to know is like, yes, you have abundance coming, and yes, you're going to have time to celebrate in the future, especially right now. If you guys are just working all the time, you don't have time to even think about money or anything outside of work. This is telling me you have more on the horizon for yourself. You have a new start that's coming. You have something to celebrate in the near future, and it's going to be something that you've been working so hard on, and you're going to be really proud when it comes, and you're going to be happy that you pulled through and you didn't let like your emotions get the best of you. You didn't give up when you really wanted to, just because you knew that at the end, the discipline that it took to get here and all the work that you've put in, it feels worth it. You know, it's something that you feel is worth having. And some of y'all, your guides, your angels also want you to be aware of the fact that your work is also going to create a lot of wealth for you, and you're going to have enough time to be comfortable and celebrate whenever you want to have fun when you want to date when you want to. And you know, sometimes life is taxing on us as humans, and it's taxing on us and gives us stress, and it gives us, you know, we always have problems to deal with, or we have things to work on, or things that are getting in the way of the things that we really want. But at the end of the day, you are creating your own reality, and you're controlling the things that are coming in towards you, and you're developing a lot of discipline, and you deserve to be honored and celebrated as a result of this. So your guides want you to be more proud of yourself and know that you will be remembered and you aren't being forgotten in this process, okay? Thank you, group number 1, for joining me for this reading. If it resonated, drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to join my beautiful community of my lovely ravens. My name is Kay. I had the pleasure of being your reader today, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Peace. Peace to everyone that selected group number 2. Welcome to your reading on what you're being protected from and why, and messages, all that good stuff. We have what do you need to release and look at the bigger picture, full moon and Sag. Okay. What you're being protected from. I'm going to pull your tarot cards as well because I'm not getting a clear answer here. So we have the High Priestess and the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, so some of y'all, group number 2, some of y'all are being protected against some certain truths and certain things, and awareness of a truth, I guess, is the way I should say that. Some of y'all are being protected against some sort of like, I'm kind of getting that this group here, some of you guys are like pushing the bounds of what you know or what you don't know. You're pushing the bounds and limitations of your psychic gifts and abilities. And what this is doing is like, it's almost like your spirit guides are trying to create obstacles so that you don't start going into certain things or certain practices or certain awarenesses that aren't really meant for you right now, or just meant for you in this life. Because I feel like when it comes to this group, I'm kind of getting the vibe that some of you guys, you've been learning about spirituality, spiritual awareness, you've been, doing what it takes to like learn and stuff. Maybe some of you guys have been learning from the wrong people or learning from the wrong area. Maybe like TikTok or social media isn't the best place to get your spiritual knowledge and opinions on, But anyway, I feel like with the High Priestess here, it's kind of giving me the energy that like some of you guys are searching for a truth that you aren't really ready for. You're just like, the truth that you think you're looking for is not really what you're looking for, So some of you guys are being protected against certain truths. Like maybe you're saying like, oh, I want to know the truth about this situation or this person, but it's like, if you really did know the truth, you might be in denial about it, or you just might not really accept it completely as the truth because you're not ready to hear it yet. Sometimes there's just certain things we have to learn through like just experience itself, rather than someone else telling us something, or a tarot reader telling you what to do or how to do something. Sometimes it's just like you have to experience it for yourself to really understand it and to really have that inner knowing, that inner awareness. Because oftentimes like there are some people who I feel get readings, and it's like, you probably don't need a reading as much as you think you do, because like, especially if like if this tarot reader says something that doesn't align with what you think or what you know already, then you're just going to completely disregard it, even if it is a possibility of being a truth in your life. There's like, this group I feel isn't necessarily ready to learn the things that you're ready to learn yet, and you're being protected from the things that you think you are ready to learn. Okay, it sounds really complicated coming out of my mouth, but for those of y'all who have just been getting so many different road blockages and like, things like, it's like coincidental things that seem like coincidences that get in the way of you like learning something or going down a specific path. It feels like a roadblock or something, and it's like, nah, this ain't a roadblock. You're actually being protected against yourself, or you're being protected against things that you're not really ready to see or ready to know yet or be aware of. Okay, because the spiritual world, I feel like a lot of you guys in this group are probably into just the spiritual world in general, or into supernatural things, into spirituality. You want to learn more, you want to just get to know more, or you could be a witch even, and you want to be the most powerful witch in the world or something. I don't know, but whatever it is that you're like seeking right now is not like, you're not completely ready for it, basically. So until you're completely ready, your guides are going to keep putting in road blockages and like coincidences that stop you from doing these things. Or you're going to notice like you're going to get sick more often, you're going to come across injuries as well. It's going to be so weird for you guys, because you're just going to kind of know like, maybe I shouldn't be into this, right now, at least, you know. But this is what you're being protected from. It says, look at the bigger picture. For those of y'all that are really resonating with this, I just want you guys to like think of what you're doing as a whole instead of like what you're doing on an individual scale. Like, how is what you're doing affecting the people around you, or how is it affecting your relationships with others? Because these things are going to be very telling as to what is good for you and what's not. Like, if there's a healthy relationship in your life that's all of a sudden like it's just like off the rocks, like it's just not it at all, like this relationship is falling apart and it's like being destroyed because of something that you're doing right now, you might have to do a little bit of a reevaluation, a little bit of self-reflection. Like, is this person trying to knock you down? Is this person like, do they have your best interest at heart? And if you know that in your heart that that person does, then maybe there's a little bit of self-reflection you need on your behalf, because maybe what you're doing, you're just not doing it in the most effective way. Maybe there's just a better way for you to do something, and your guides are just protecting you from doing it a way that's just like could put you down a path that you don't want to be on, you know. And I'm not trying to like scare anyone that's watching this reading, but you know, if this is your message, you'll know that it's meant for you, because you're gonna be like, yeah, like you're right, you know. You're just kind of, sometimes we just can be in denial about it because we don't want to accept certain things, but like the sooner we accept it, the easier it'll be on us anyway. So, you know, if it is your message, then go ahead and take it. If it's not, then you'll know. We have All I Do Is Think of You by Troop. All I do is think of you every day, something like that. I don't know, it's a really old song, but yeah, it's like one of those old jams. But anyway, I feel like for this group, you could also be protected. Like, there's some, maybe I keep, okay, since this did come out the 7th house, I do want to mention some of y'all in this group, there's a relationship that needs more focus right now, and that's why you're being protected against like things like your relationship is being protected right now. Like, there's a relationship in your life that is being protected that you need to be aware of. Like, there's some sort of connection you have with someone that is being protected, and your guides are like kind of heavily focusing on this. Or maybe just there's an important relationship in your life that needs more focus, and you know, it just needs your attention more than other things in your life may need more attention. So we also have ascension and dreams. So what your guides want you to know is like they've been sending you signs in your dreams. They want you to pay attention to the symbols that you get and how they make you feel in the dreamscape, because it's going to help you understand more in your waking life. And as well as like the fact that you guys are going through different ascensions at this time. You're going to go through different changes, so your interests are going to be shifting a little bit. You're going to be more or less interested in certain things, more interested in supernatural things, less interested in 3D things, you know, things like that, of that nature. Or like just your ascension process is going to be a little bit like different, or it's going to be unique. I think this group, like your ascension process is going to be very unique or different than like a traditional spiritual practice or traditional spiritual awakening. So you guys are going to have a hard time like relating with people when it comes to like your awakening perhaps, or how you're gaining your spiritual awareness. So you guys do have a very like individualized path here, just a very particular path that your guides are wanting you to follow, and they're trying to protect the spiritual path of yours, probably because you have a lot of spiritual power with the high priestess. Like, you kind of have a lot of spiritual gifts and stuff that you could tap into, but if you tap into it too soon, or you tap into it when you're not ready, it could like really overwhelm you, you know. So yeah, group number 2, I hope this resonated for you all. If it did, drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to join my beautiful community of my lovely ravens. My name is Kay. I had the pleasure of being your reader today, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Peace. Peace to my lovely ravens that selected group number 3. Welcome to your reading on what you're being protected from. You guys have nothing will come of the situation, and don't let the past hold you back, okay? And I'm also going to pull your tarot cards as well. So you guys have the 9 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. So you guys, group number, you guys are being protected against a lot of negative thoughts right now. You're being protected against like your own psyche, your own subconscious. I'm getting some of you guys in this group, some of y'all are abusing certain drugs or substances, and it needs a little bit of like reevaluation here, you know, just paying attention to your health and how those drugs and those substances affect your psyche and how it affects your mental. If it's making you overthink, making you very anxious, perhaps you should take a break, or, you know, do what you got to do to like get better on your health a little bit more so that it doesn't affect you as much as it is. You guys are being protected against like Ooh. You guys are being protected against like old friendships and stuff that don't serve you. I feel like this has to do with like old situations that are resurfacing or trying to like, it's almost like old people coming back, trying to get you back into a lifestyle that you have left, or they're trying to get you back into a mindset that you know made you feel defeated and didn't make you feel good about yourself. Like there's a lot of like past influences coming back for you. Group number 3 are coming back towards you, and it's almost like they're trying to bring you back into a way of living or a way of being that you know you've outgrown at this point, and that you just don't align necessarily with what they're doing or who they are anymore. And you know, you're being protected against your disappointment. Basically, it's like you guys know that if you let this person back in or you let this situation back into your life, it's not going to make you happy. You're just going to end up disappointed again, not realizing like, you know, you have the choice here to deny these people access to you, you know, deny them the access while you have the chance, because once they have like their claws gripped up on you and you know they're like deep in your life, then it's so much harder to like just uproot them and let them leave, you know. So you're being protected against a lot of negativity from your past in particular. This could also be like a way that you used to live that other people are trying to like hold up against you. Like perhaps you used to do something that you don't do anymore at all, and people are like, well, remember when you did this? But it's like, that's not even who I am anymore. So a lot of you guys are being protected against like the past, your own past as well, because some of y'all know that it could be triggering for you to maybe seeing yourself as who you used to be sometimes, because it kind of makes you feel anxious. Like, you know what, is change even worth it at this point? But it's like group number 3, you know it's still worth it. You know it's still worth it to change. And you know that if you are genuinely doing the work and you're genuinely like wanting to do better for yourself or for your others or for your family or your friends, don't let other people try to hold you back from doing that. Don't let other people try to hold you down when you're trying to elevate, you know? I want to see what your song is. You guys have right here, Aquarius energy, 9th house. Be right here, right here, be right here. No fear, have no fear. So group number 3, your spirit guides just want you guys to have like, just be brave during this dark time for yourself. Like, be brave during the darkest times of your life. Be the light that you need. And they also want you to be aware that your beliefs are changing. The way that you believe may be changing. You might be changing your spiritual beliefs, your religious beliefs, you might be changing where you live as well. Or you could be just changing the fact that you're going to school, or you're going to do something that, like, you're going to change something that you do. Like, you're changing schools, you're changing majors, you're changing something that's really big in your life. And the past that you knew yourself to be is not going to be the same person as who you're emerging as. And they want you to like, they're protecting you against like the disappointment of the disappointment of who you think you're supposed to be, you know, who you think you're meant to be is not the same as who you should be, you know. So some of you guys are still holding yourself up to the standard of being something you're not, and you kind of feel like obligated to still be that person, but it's like, you know, you're not resonating with this anymore. You're not resonating with your past anymore, and you really want to change your identity now. You really want to change how you believe, because you know that it's going to benefit you more in the future. And I completely encourage you to do so. Your guides are encouraging you to do so. They're trying to protect you during this time against the negativity, your own negative thoughts, your own negative feelings about yourself, your own disappointment, the times you've let yourself down. They want to protect you against these things. So we have light. It is time to reveal your radiant light to the world. In fruition, rest assured your dreams and visions will come to fruition. So your message from your guides that are protecting you, they want you to know that like there's going to be... They just want you to stop worrying so much. And I don't really, when I give messages like these, it's really hard to just tell someone stop worrying and then like, oh wow, now I'm no longer worried about anything at all anymore. But really, like, some of the things that you're so worried about are like gonna be the least of your worries in the future. It's like the things that you think are going to be a big deal are probably not going to be as much of a big deal as they are to you right now in the present moment. Like right now, of course, is a big deal because you're so focused on it. You're so fixated on like the bad that could happen or the bad that, you know, could come about. But it's like, it honestly won't be as much of a big deal in the future once you see the light of the whole situation. So that's why I'm saying not to worry, but I'm saying that from the perspective of someone that sees the bigger picture and that sees like in the end it's going to work out for you, group number 3. But for you in this present moment, you're going to probably like, oh my God, I'm so tired of hearing that. But you know, if it does give you that reassurance that you need, then let that be your reassurance, okay? But for some of y'all, I know it's not easy to just not worry, but just know that even though you are worrying, it's not going to change like the path that's meant for you. It's not going to change like the fact that you're going to be successful or that it's going to work out in the end anyway. So, you know, worried or not, it's going to work out. So that's all I got for you, group number 3. If this resonated, drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. My name is Kay. I had the pleasure of being your reader today, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Peace.